What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name's Max, and today we've got another special one today. This is the BMW M3 GTS. It is based on the E92 M3, and this is probably one of, if not the most hardcore road cars BMW M has ever produced. It is incredible, and today I'm going to show you around it courtesy of BMW M Collector on Instagram. Go follow this man. He has amazing taste in cars. He has an incredible collection of M cars. He's got an M3 E30 Sport Evolution. He's got the E36 GT M3, an E46 CSL, this car, the E92 GTS, and he's also got an M4 GTS, and he is getting a new M4 CSL as well. So he's got all the craziest M cars in his garage. I mean, how freaking cool is that? So big thanks to you, Mr. M Collector, and I mean, go follow this man because these cars are incredible. So today I'm going to show you around it. We're going to talk a bit about what makes this car special, what they did to this car to make it a GTS, and after that we're going to take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now let's start with the elephant in the room, which is the color fire orange, or in German Feuer Orange. That was a bit French as well. Fire orange. This is the only color the M3 GTS was delivered in, made in, produced. This is it. And code name for this car during development was Jägermeister. And that is of course down to the iconic Jägermeister livery that race cars sported in the 80s, I think. Maybe, yeah, I think in the 80s or the 90s, whatever. You had that same crazy color. And it makes this car look so freaking cool. I think it's just such a good look. So at the front, of course, we've got the iconic angel eye headlights, the power bulge bonnet, super nice. And then we've got this satin black grille, which is for the GTS as well. And then of course the massive splitter down low for optimized aerodynamics. Gives it a race car look. And this is basically a race car for the street. Wheels, we've got these 19-inch wheels specifically for the GTS, and behind that we've got upgraded brakes for the GTS as well. So braking performance is really strong on this car. And then around that we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. I believe this car was delivered on Pirelli P0 Corsas, at least a real like track tire, but this is super nice. This 4S is such a good tire. Even on a race car like this, it kind of works. Brakes, really good. Then we've got suspension, manually adjustable dampers, so for compression and rebound, ride height, camber, all adjustable on this car to give it, you know, the best setup for every track. But also you can set it up for the road, of course. As I said, BMW M Collector with 2 underscores. Go check him out on Instagram. And then at the rear we've got a new rigidly mounted rear subframe to give it that extra tight, extra solid feel. And we've also got plastic for the rear windows. The fronts are glass, the windshield is glass obviously. And then the rear one is polycarbonate as well. But you lose that if you go for the radio, because you need the antenna in the glass, of course. So that's how you can see if a car has a radio without looking at it. Very cool. Carbon fiber roof, of course, also, and we've got a titanium exhaust at the rear, and this all combined with the interior weight saving shaves off 75 kilos of the weight of an M3 E92, and that is including the addition of a roll cage. So that is actually not bad. It's not a lot, but it's also not bad. And you know, this is not a light car, 1600 kilos, but they really tried to shave off as much weight as they could to make it, you know, as light as possible. Wow, that's logic. Okay, so we've got this beautiful rear wing, also in satin black and adjustable by the looks of it. Very cool. I mean, how cool is this car? How cool does that look? I've said it before with those G-Power cars, an E92 in race spec, race trim, just looks looks special for some reason. It just works really well. All right, the engine, more orange. We've got the S65 V8 from an E92 M3, but this time it's a 4.4 liters. So they increased the volume to get some more power out of it, 30 horsepower, up from 420 to 450 horsepower and 440 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100, 4.4 seconds, top speed 305 kilometers an hour. But how cool is that orange engine cover with that MV8 badge? Very cool. And everything just looks freaking new. I think it's done like 9,000 kilometers, this car. And it looks pristine. Okay, so we're going to close that up because we are losing light. The sun is about to set. We're going to check out the interior. So we've got these Recaro bucket seats. You can actually see the type of seat. Profi SPG XL. That's the seat with a 6-point harness. 6-point harness. But luckily we also have a regular seat belt, which is always nice to have. And then you can see the interior is stripped out. Much lighter door inserts as well. That saves some weight. And then we've got carbon on the dash with a nice GTS badge. Number 18. Now BMW still claims they made 150 of them. If you go to bmwm.com, it says that they made 150, but they didn't. They didn't sell them all. Apparently there are 138 or 137 of these around, and they are worth a lot of money. Beautiful orange roll cage in the rear there, and we've got a fire extinguisher too in the same color, which is freaking awesome. Rear seat delete, and then this exhaust. Amazing. What an amazing car. I feel so privileged to be able to drive this car. I really do. It's so special. Okay, so M mode. Alrighty. So this has been built to be the ultimate M3 E92, and oh boy, did they succeed. Oh, it is just absolutely savage. Oh man, the feedback you get, the steering is super direct, nicely weighted, hydraulically assisted of course, and they also recalibrated the 7-speed DCT gearbox, which just responds that much quicker, and the result of all these changes, well, apart from the suspension and the subframe, which of course is a big change, but you know, it just has 30 horsepower extra and 70 kilos less. But it completely transforms the car. The result is bigger than the sum of its parts. If you drive an E92 M3 these days, you know, I don't know how many years later, I think this car was built between 2009 and 2011, but the E92 was built for longer. But if you drive one now, it feels a bit sluggish. It doesn't feel quick. It feels, you know, soft, heavy, sluggish. This really doesn't. This feels much better, much quicker, much lighter, much more responsive. Oh, and then you've got that red line at 8350. Holy moly. It does feel like a proper track car. It doesn't feel like a race car. It feels like a track car, like a car you can drive on a Sunday on a beautiful road towards a track, drive it on the track all day, probably be quicker than a lot of the other guys on track, and then drive home again. It is amazing. So much about this car makes me just sad that we are where we are today. This car is like, so many things are at their peak. This naturally aspirated high revving V8, these beautiful analog dials with that shift light integrated into the edge is just delicious as well. It's so perfect. Okay, so Autobahn. Here we go. Now, the suspension on that B road feels absolutely perfect and incredible. How does it feel at the Autobahn? Well, pretty decent actually. Yes, it's quite firm. But it does soak up all the bumps. And it is definitely compliant enough to do some nice Autobahn driving. Speed-wise, I actually don't know what Martijn did, 100 to 200 kilometers an hour. We didn't talk about that, but I'm going to insert the screenshot right now. And you can decide if that's quick or not, but we are doing 305, 310, something like that on the speedo. God, that was a long time full throttle. I couldn't really see what that was on the speedo. 320, I believe. But yeah, of course you've got a lot of aero both at the front and at the rear. I love coming here at night or in the evening when there's no one. How amazing is this? How is this? How is this my job? Honestly, it doesn't make any sense. What a car! Oh, the gearbox is so quick. The shift is amazing as well, and the car just feels. It feels like it wants to talk to you. It feels like it's all the time telling you what's happening, and it's just telling you go faster, go faster, go faster. You can go faster. Oh, and it sounds so good. Man, this has to be one of the best M3s ever made. It might actually be one of the best BMW M cars ever made. This is insane. Oh, wow, what an experience. What an amazing car. I absolutely adore it. Thank you so much, Mr. M Collector, for taking this car to us, for allowing us to drive it, for allowing us to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or go check out this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye guys.